time. How about that intro? I love that intro, baby. My voice will come back eventually. Ooh. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's get that energy up and going, baby. It's Crypto Life of Time. I sound like Ellen DeGeneres, but it's okay. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this amazing journey. Hey, stop laughing at me over there. Stop. Hey, let's break it down. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. I do have a pocket square. It's just underneath me a little bit there. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in and being awesome and amazing people. 82,000. Already made $300 today. I'll show you how I did it. It was pretty crazy. I was up even bigger, but I didn't realize that I was up 100x, 92x leverage. So the fees are a little higher whenever you raise that levy. That's why I like to keep it somewhere at about 30x lev is my 33. Let's do 33 for the next few weeks, huh? 33 levy over here. But I can trade 100 all day, like easy. I got traded 92 today. I got in right here, and boom, I got out right there. And then when we came down, I bought in right here, and we bounced back further to the upside. And on these little moves, I made $300, 220 there, 80 there, and now I'm just kind of sitting pretty with Bitcoin. After this massive manipulation, I mean, that was a crazy wick, right? You're going to announce a reserve. It's going to pump on Sunday. Then they're going to dump on us all day Monday, right back to where we began. It's a bit absurd. And then this morning, a pump and a dump right there, too, real fast to liquidate anyone that may have been trying to short. So if you were sitting here thinking, oh, I'm just going to short this, right? Because this is what a lot of people did at 100x leverage, too. So what they did is they put it as short, like somewhere right here, and their liquidations were right here, and they just went and liquidated them. Out of control, right? So craziness for BTC. You take a look at your daily time frame here on man, I mean, this is just insane. So let's take a look at our weekly. We'll break it down. We'll do our top-down analysis like we do. We're going to look at gold, too. I'm going to look at the DXY. A couple other things in the macro that I want to show you today that are going to affect the bigger idea. But right now, I mean, like, it's crazy to see Arrow dumping. It's crazy to see Ondo dumping. Like, it doesn't matter now. Like Altcoins last night took a beatdown. Like, they bled even more. So this has been one of the hardest cycles to hold. If you're holding, it's obliteration. It's obliteration, right? This has been the trader cycle, and that's why I believe this trading group should continue to grow, because we are traders. Like this morning, I made $300. It didn't matter what the market was doing. This market's so vicious, it's teaching me to just be about mines. Like, not to hold these coins, not to, it's like, oh, I want to support the project. Like, man, they take you down every single chance they get, right? So we got to be in, we got to be out, we got to protect ourselves, we got to learn how to trade. This market has done nothing else but teach you that you got to learn how to trade. You can't hodl. Hodl isn't working anymore. You got to learn how to get in and get out, take profits when you can, make moves. Man, I'm telling you, all traders who stick with this through these times will be the best in the world. Yeah, you're going to learn so much about trading right now. Like, and you're going to be able to make it through some of the hardest market ups and downs that ever come in the history of trading. So let's start with the weekly time frame. Right now, the weekly looks bearish, all right? What's going to stop it? I don't see anything. There's no support or resistance till you get here. I don't see how this weekly candle doesn't go all the way. That could be the biggest red candle almost I've ever seen on any asset in my life. You know, the only time we've seen candles like that were the beginning of these bear market lows, right? So I got to tell you, man, that's a double top. And now we've hit the measured move of the double top. I remember when I was sitting here showing you guys the daily and I saw bearish divergence, and I said, man, I've never bearish div with the two. I said, I've never seen us not dump when the 200 and the 21 are far apart and we have bearish divergence. I've never seen it. I've never seen us not dump. And then we had the double top, and I told you guys there was a measured move with the M, and it looked like we were going to dump somewhere down to $74,000, right? And I kept drawing the fib. And I kept saying, hey, if you pull a fib here, it says, hey, you're likely to come somewhere back down to 80, 82K. And there's your daily 200 MA, right? And so all this played out exactly as we talked about. So the charts told us what was going to happen. It wasn't like, that was mapped out for a long time. And I went over it every single day for like weeks. So when it happened, you can't be like, oh my God, I never knew that was going to happen. Sam never talked about us dropping through the VRVP or getting the dump to the downside. That was never an occurrence. That was something that was never going to happen. All right. Yeah, exactly. You called it, no one believed it. Hey, man, shout out to DJ Friend. Yeah. I like this guy. This dude is fudding again. I'm not fudding, man. I'm just a TA guy. I know you're in your head. What happens is when you're in your mind, like if you're super bullish and you come to a guy's channel and he's bearish, he's fudding to you. You know what I mean? I get it. I used to do the same thing, man. I was young and impressionable. So this looks like it could continue to go to the downside. I see no reason why it can't. I'm just giving you the TA, right? Like, why won't that stop dumping? You show me the support and resistance. You show me where it ends. Like, I'm a support and resistance guy. I just don't see where this ends. The only place I see it ending is at 72,280. All right, when you lose the daily 200 MA, which it looks like we're about to right now. Look, we're about to close below the daily 200 MA. If today we close below this line, a short with a stop loss on the other side and shorting it down to the 2-day 200 MA would be the most likely scenario. We take out this liquidation wick yet again and we liquidate even more people. Like, look at this. Doom. Like, that was insane. Dump, pump. Like, and now they're going to come clean it up the other way after everybody longed the market. So they got all these stop losses down here. Betting on yeah, exactly. If you want to be a good trader, you have to cut out the noise and cut out the crypto Twitter. Amen. Yeah, exactly. Like, you can't look at Twitter, man. So that's likely headed down to the 2-day 200 MA, 72,500 for Bitcoin. Like, we could be beginning a bear market, everybody. Like, I'm sorry. Like, this is how a bear market would begin. Now, I'm not saying we're in a bear market until if we hit this low and we take out 53K, then I'm going to tell you that we're starting a bear run. And then if we come up, I'm going to start unloading all my coins right around here. Because if you take out this low, that's a high, low, higher, high, higher, low. You're ruining the trend. And then you'd have a head and shoulder pattern. So again, we still got a higher low. We still got some hidden bullish divergence. I'm going to give you your hopium. I'm just building up your bearishness now. And I'm going to give you your bullish scenario. But right now, it's bearish. Like, I don't see how we don't go to the 2-day 200 MA. I just don't. It says we go lower. So I see us going lower. The daily too as well. Right now we're missing entries. The 4-hour, the 6-hour, they want to pummel you. I showed you shoulder, head, right shoulder this morning. I made a quick scalp, but it looked bearish as all heck. Look at the 1 hour was in a bear flag and curving on the stochastics RSI. That says it's going to dump the length of the pole. And that takes you back all the way back down to about 71,000, you know? I'm going to take what I made today and I'm going to short that 1 hour time frame right now. And so I'll either go at break even. I'd love it if I just get hit off a break even and then I can start another long. Right now, I mean, that looks like it's going to dump. It's already started. I'm basically buying the breakout. I shouldn't have. But it's starting to dump and you're losing the 200 MA on the daily time frame. A lot of people are going to jump in on that. It's attempted to create a bullish div, but it wasn't even strong. It wasn't. It doesn't look good to me. I put a stop loss here, and I run this thing down. Sorry, hold up. Switch to my short position. Keep my stop on the other side of the 200 MA, and just get to a 3-to-1. Wow, $60,000 Bitcoin, right? Crazy. I'm not going to go that deep. I guess I'll go 2.5. And again, I don't think I'll get to 60K, but it looks like this thing's going to dump. Let me look at my smaller time frames just in case, but the 1 hour looks horrible. Yeah, look, even the 15-minute looks like it wants to dump. The 5-minute, and you just lost the 200 MA again on the 1-minute time frame. I mean, these are all suggesting you're going to roll over, so I'm going to jump into a short, right? I don't see why I shouldn't be shorting the market right now. So my take profit's going to be somewhere about 61,897. I don't think I'm going to get there. You know, I'm probably going to sell at like 78K, 77K, you know. I usually don't even hang that long, so 619. I rarely go to my targets here. These are just like, I overshoot the target so they can't get me. It's a game I play. I started playing that game and it started helping me out. I don't know. Also, today is feeling like a Monday. I'll be honest. Today feels like a false move Monday. Like, something tells me not to trade at all. Like, what if they just start ripping the price up to the upside in 2 seconds? You know? It's one of those days where you just like can't really place it. I'm uneasy on the price action. I guess I could just wait for us to cross the 200 MA, wait for one of my models before I enter a short here. At least wait for the stochastics on the 1 minute to reset. Let's see what they're going to do. An inverted head and shoulder. So sorry if I got you excited. I was really about to short that 1 hour time frame, but something's telling me to wait on it. How fast the Stokes went sideways without losing a lot tells me that we may be in for a divergence bump or something here. This is weird. Really, the market is super dicey at the moment. Yeah, it bounced out to 786. For traders, daily looking sketchy, but speculative, mid to longer, these prices are nothing but awesome. Amen. Hey, if you're buying for the next 10 years, these are great prices for Bitcoin. You know, when you look at the Fear and Greed Index at 15, anytime I've seen the Fear and Greed Index at 15, it's like I have to buy something. I have to buy Bitcoin. It's a lot of something, right? I mean, that just looks like it's going lower, man. I gotta say, like, I'm gonna take it. I made $300 already today. So here, what I could do is, and you got it. $173 for 400. I mean, obviously you can't 400 to get to there, so you got to overshoot it a little bit because you know you're not going to get all the way up there. See, this is what the problem with this trade is. You gotta know how you're going to do it. Let's see here. 171 for 415. I don't like the setup. I'm just not feeling the whole setup. The trade doesn't make sense to me. You know, it's not like I'm like forcing it. It is touching the 21 though. Like that is. I work through my trades. You know, it's got to be perfect. That's why I love my models. My models, I don't gotta think. When I see my model, I just do it. So if I gotta think, then I'm already kind of. Yeah, you're touching the 21 on the other side of the 200 MA. I mean, that suggests you're going to dump. I've seen that 100. That's my model upside down on the 1 hour time frame. That's my model. Right? You wait for us to cross the 200. We wait to cross, and then when that happens, we execute the trade. Something just tells me to be careful here, and I'm not getting the risk reward ratio that I really like. A little bit of like a bullish div there too. I think I'm going to hold off for a split second. I know people want to see me trade. See, the thing is, when people see me open a trade, I get more views. People want to see me trade. So I'm addicted to opening the trades because I want people to see the view. You know what I mean? So you get into this, you know, you're an entertainer. So there's more going on here on the stream for me personally. And I got to remember that as I evolve as a trader, more people start to watch. I got to remember what I'm here for, what I'm doing. All right. And sometimes I get pushed into open trades just because everyone's watching me. And I want to give you guys that excitement, that vibe, that feeling. I might open trades when I know I'm not when I normally wouldn't, but I do it because I'm egged on a little bit. So it tells me to chill out for a split second, and something's telling me not to take the trade just yet. So I'm waiting on that. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let me look at my bigger analysis again. Honestly, I have to do it again. I don't know, something's off in my head here. So here's the deal. If we close a daily candle below the 200 MA, I'll be forced to open up a short with the stop on the other side. If I get stopped out, I don't care. I'd rather get stopped out on that trade. It's like long in the bottom. Like, if you don't catch it, so be it. But you might as well try to catch it, right? We caught this bottom too, by the way. And I'm going to show you how this bottom was very easily caught. I'm going to teach you how. Had you zoomed into this bottom, I'm going to show you later on, around 11:15, I'm going to teach you how we caught the bottom on the channel. And I'm going to show you how you could do it too. Because everyone wants to get to the bottom, right? I'm going to be able to give you that data, give you that information. I'm going to freak you out. You're going to be like, no. I'm going to do it in a way where you actually can learn too. You're going to be like, no, I could do that. I can see how he did that. I could do that too. So we're going to teach you that later on, around 11:15. Stay tuned for that. Hit the like button. Let's get up to 1,000 likes so I can teach you more, get people more excited about what's going on. Let's boom, boom, boom to the upside, baby. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Bang, bang, bang. The Crypto Lifer Show. Can we stay above this 200 MA? That's just the most important thing here. All right. Exactly. What Trump is doing is he's forcing rate cuts. He's pushing the market down, so they have to cut the rate. It's almost like it's market manipulation against the Fed. There's a battle right now between the banking system and the American people, man. And Trump's caught in the middle in a way. It's pretty interesting. We're in a crazy dynamic, and Bitcoin's caught in the middle of it all. Right? So, remember that. Remember that. I just can't imagine navigating this market. God bless you, man. For those seeing the screenshot, I was trading on the market. Yeah. Not sure how we can be a bearish day with the crypto White House meeting on Friday. Tariffs are not inflationary. That's not true. Yeah, tariffs aren't inflationary. There's huge tariffs in Canada, and they cause no inflation. Tariffs are not inflationary. That's a false statement. Anyone who says that is a shill. Maybe you're even a massage shill. I don't even know, but tariffs are not inflationary. Yeah, that's not a true statement. That's false. I will battle you to this day and debate you to the end of time, and I'll prove to you that tariffs aren't. Because they put money back into the American people's hand, right? And they don't print money. Printing money is inflation. Like, that's how you create money. All right? That's the best way I've heard the situation explained. Yeah. All right, so take a look here. Don't worry, he's got to lower the DXY, so they cut the rate. They gotta bring this dollar down. All right? And so tariffs are not inflationary. They're not. Tariffs are not inflationary. That doesn't make sense. Think about it. How are tariffs inflationary? You're not making any sense. Inflation is when you put more money into circulation. All right? If anything, tariffs would put more money in people's hands. It would let them buy more things. You say you think it's the prices will go up. That's not inflation. Something becoming more expensive is not inflation. Inflation is printing more money. They aren't. I will bow to you. Tariffs are not inflationary. It's not true. Like, anyway, whatever. I won't sit here and do this all day long. Yeah. They won't make things more expensive. See, that's what you're being told. That's not true. A lot of times the manufacturer might actually not even raise the price on you. You won't even see the tariff. That's what you don't understand. Go research tariffs. How many people here have researched tariffs for more than 10 hours? How many of you have looked at all the tariffs that all the other countries put on us? Can anyone even name a tariff that Canada puts on America? Can one of you? Can the guy that said the tariff's inflationary name one tariff that Canada puts on? You can't. You can. I can prove it that you have no idea what you're talking about. I can prove it. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Inflation is just a measure of the cost of goods relative to dollar, not necessarily a printing of money. Both contribute to inflation. You're going to try to tell me about inflation. My God, I knew about inflation in 2008. I became a multimillionaire because I studied inflation. I'm richer than 90% of the world because I studied inflation, my friends. Like, I've been watching them print money since the age-olds of time. Every single day here, I show you fiat currency, and I show you that they're going to print your money to zero. I go over it every single day, constantly. I show you that it's the banking system that has forced you to lobby money to print money from the Federal Reserve. I show you that they create bonds and they sell them in the open market system. The bonds end up at the Federal Reserve. The money ends up in the security in the Treasury. I can explain it all, exactly how money is created. Then fractional reserve lending, like, come on now. If you think tariffs are a 0.1% of what they already done to you, don't you understand? I've been teaching people how inflation is created since 2010 and 11. I was buying gold and silver bars before most of you people even thought about doing it. I was buying Bitcoin before 90% of people in this chat. That's why you people come to the live. Like, people can say they know more than me, but my bank account speaks louder than that. So, and the only reason I got rich is because I understood things before everybody else did. You have to understand that. Like, I could see things that no one else could see, and I made the moves. I put tons of my money into Bitcoin when it was at $1,000, when everyone else said it was trash. I said, but there's inflation here. Don't you understand? I was teaching people about inflation in 2010 and 11. Yeah. You don't know exactly what the tariffs could do. You have to see it over time. There may be a slight rise in cost, okay? But you have to see what it's going to do in time. It might actually put more money in the hands of the people, right? You gotta let it actually work its way out. You can't just say tariffs are inflationary, because that's just not true. I talked to a 70-year-old man yesterday who explained the same thing to me. He's 70 years old. Like, so you could do whatever you like. You can get the knowledge, or you could decide it's not true. It's completely up to you. You know what I mean? You know, I made the money. I got dumb rich off knowing what inflation was before 99% of the world. So you can say whatever you want. Like, the proof is in my lifestyle. Like, I drive a Cadillac Escalade because I knew what inflation was. Like, I live in a nice home because I knew what inflation was in 2010 and 11. I'm not trying to brag here. I'm trying to show you that if you have the right knowledge at the right time, you can execute. Everyone else will run their mouth. But they brokies, man, who didn't execute. They didn't make a move. So if they didn't make a move, then what's the point? You know what I mean? I made the move. I did it. So, like, you can too. Like, I'm going to teach you that to give you the knowledge. So if you can listen to me and realize there's a reason why I'm where I am in life, and it's not an accident. Successful people don't get places by accident. It's not an accident. You don't fall into millions of dollars by accident unless you're doing something shady. And those people don't last, man. They don't last. So hear me out when I speak, please. Because I got here for a reason. Amen. Yeah. People aren't educated enough to make the money. They want to always blame somebody else. Amen. Yeah, exactly. So look, we're going to bounce off that 200 MA and possibly get a further bounce further to the upside here off that daily. You know, there's a chance the daily could hold us down, everybody. If you can't close the candle below the 200 MA, we will bounce. It's that simple. So you're like, well, do I long right now the daily 200 MA? That would be the gutsiest long of your life right now. I'd wait for a break above support or resistance. I'd wait for the 1 hour to break the 200 MA, personally. That's when I would long. See, what's going to happen if we are bullish, Bitcoin will bounce. It'll cross the 200 MA on a massive short squeeze. But what it won't take the 21 with it. The 21 will linger, and it'll have to come back to the 21. When we come back to the 21 above the 200, that's when I'll execute a trade. I already know exactly when to do it. I've been watching the algorithm play out day in and day out, over and over again. This is when you go after the trade inside of this algorithmic move. All right? And tariffs or no tariffs, whether you understand it or not, I can teach you how to trade. So let's focus on what matters here, which is the technical analysis and getting paid. You know, you got to get paid. You know, no matter what happens in this world, you got to get paid. Okay? Hey, Sam, can you update Injective? Thank you. God bless you, Ahmed. We'll take a look at Injective for you. Thank you so much for that super chat. Everyone, send in a super chat for TA and Deep Dive if you want to take a look at a coin or go over an idea. All right? Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in and being amazing. All right. So here you go. Injective is still inside this giant falling wedge, just like Bitcoin, right? Slipping. And, you know, you really, like, almost every coin is at this standstill point where, like, either we're going to have a rally or we're not. It's a bit odd. And, you know, it almost looks like we had a bull run and then we're in a bear market now. I mean, look, you had a bull run, you came into a bear market. I mean, like, look at it. Injective back to 10, and when you lose the daily 200 MA, that's really when you should call it a day. Once the daily 200 MA has a candle close below it, I'm usually like, right? So we're either at the last flush out possible here. Like, you know, either this is the last possible flush out or it's the beginning of a bear market for these coins. Like, you have to be honest with yourself. You put what you want to lose and you let it sail. Like, at this point, these coins are beat to the ground, right? Now, the only thing keeping me in believing that we're in a bull market is because the pi cycle hasn't crossed, right? But they're making it very bleak. Like, the average person is now completely done. They don't believe that this market is in a bull market anymore. I'm under the impression that I don't care whether we are or not. I'm going to make money regardless. You see? They've now changed my brain to say, okay, I'm not in bull market brain anymore. I'm back where I was when we were in the bear market. Like, I'm going to find a way to win no matter what. I'm going to get in and out. I'm going to sell quicker. I'm not going to be in his coins as much. And that's the thing. A lot of people are going to do that. So that's the market we're in now. You're not in a market where you can sit down and grab a coin and hold it for days. You're in a market where you got to, like, get in and get out on pumps, you know? So look, this has to basically be an inverted head and shoulder or we're in for some pain. Once this loses that key level, like, how does it not drop further down somewhere to about $6? Maybe even to $7.64. So to me, it's like, this is it. Like, if today or tomorrow we don't get a bounce in these altcoins, this is going lower. This is going lower, and it's going to be a problem. No good. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, all the beautiful people here on the live. We have 400 beautiful likes on the like. That means there's 400 beautiful souls that reached down into their soul and said, you know what, Sam? I'm going to click that digital like button and send it your way, man. Dear Lord, thank you for sending all those beautiful people that did hit that like button. I'm so grateful for that. And thank you for getting my voice at least where it is. I almost lost it completely, but dear Lord, you kept my voice where it could be. And even though I'm using my voice somehow, some way, I still got better than I had yesterday, so tomorrow I'll probably be better again. Right. 100K by the end of the week, somebody says. Right. So we need to get a bounce here off this bullish divergence on Injective, and it has to happen soon. Like, that is a gutsy call to buy Injective right there. You must really, really believe in it and like it. But, you know, I'm still in Injective too, but man, this has been an absolute beatdown. Right. So we believe we're the opportunity. By doing that, somehow we become it. I don't know how it happens. I don't know how it works, but I know that our mindset creates our reality. You know, I wrote something. I was up late last night, and I was talking to the trading group, and I was researching, you know, what I researched, how to create the subconscious mind. See, a lot of you people want to trade, but you tell yourself you're not going to make it. You tell yourself you're not good enough. You have negative self-thought. You have negative talk in your mind. So look, I mean, there's a chance this bounces now. See, I didn't take this short. See, at the last minute, my mind said, don't short it. See, they're doing something here, Sammy. And they bounced it. And now they're making look an inverted head and shoulder now. And that's going to break us above the 200 MA again. And I can go after my scalp one more time, possibly. They're making it tough, I'll be honest. But, you know, at the same time, I've made boatloads of money in the last few weeks. So they're making it good to trade leverage because there's so much opportunity in the market. So, like, it's weird. Like, I'm depressed because I'm not depressed, but, you know, my overall thesis of what the bull market was, it's not the bull market we thought it was going to be. Let's be honest, everybody. We didn't get the outcome that we all saw originally, for sure. Like, no one's going to lie. Yeah, it happened exactly like I thought it would. No way it did. No way, right? Shoulder, head, possible right shoulder to dump you. I mean, you got to get back above 83,200 to remain bullish now. Bounce, that's a resistance. Rejection by the 200 MA. I can only long if we crack that 200 MA. Wow, it looks like it's just an ugly dump, man. Now it looks like they are going to dump it. I mean, I'm touching the 21. When you got mixed signals like that, I suggest that you don't trade, because it's like when I really want to trade, I open the trade immediately, right? Like this morning when I saw my signal, I was able to make it happen immediately. Kind of looks like you're going to blast, though. They're going to get everyone to load up short, and they're going to rock them. They've moved the market so much now. They got me like, I'm wary to trade certain things than I used to be. I got to wait. You know, they've put me on edge for sure. They put me on edge for sure. Like, look at this. Like, so they're playing with you. Like, it's like the Stokes say you're going to dump. But they look at the indecision doji wick on the 1 hour time frame. The 4 hour says you're going to bounce on a higher low, right? So if you zoom out, you don't look at the smaller time frames. You take the higher low back to liquidity, right? You put a stop below the liquidation wick, and you say, hey, I go from there. That's an interesting trade. Like, you could do 100 for 500 on that trade. Worst comes to worst, you make 500 or you lose, you know? That's a trade that's almost willing to, like, I'd be willing to take. So I'd be going to 94,358. When in doubt, zoom out. When the charts get too much in the smaller time frames, I gotta zoom out and look at them on a bigger perspective. 81,286. All right. This voice is almost better, right? You like this voice better, right? Sammy on the Sunday. Sammy Souffle. Sammy flipping the souffles with the side of the 200 MA. Sammy Souffle with the side of the 200 MA, baby. Chance that the 4-hour does give you a bit of a bounce. 82.8. And the thing is, you don't have to risk a lot on this trade because it's got a nice risk-to-reward ratio. It's like almost a 7-to-1. So I risk 120. You can even risk 85 for $600, right? You don't have to risk a lot. So look, that's a trade. Oh, of course, I forgot. 90. That's annoying. That should just kind of do it automatically for you or something. I blame anything that I have to click a button on. It's not my fault. They should make that easier. Spoiled rotten, right? Hey, I've spoiled myself, so my mom and dad are gone, man. I live a life of solitude. No, I have my wife and kids. But you know, honestly, this is sketch. So that's like the only trade I really want. I'd attempt to even look at is that 4-hour time frame trade. See if we can make this right shoulder. Look at the volatility. It's insanity. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Rip dip, rip dip, rip dip, rip dip. All over the place. I can't believe I made the $300. It shows heavy discipline and focus. Just get in, using the Tutoring. I'm always like, I get this like, I gotta trade, you know. But look, that's very small margin too. Am I still at 100x? No, 33. But imagine that. Imagine you could make $1,000 off 250. That's the key. That's the beautiful of leverage trading. Or you lose $124, right? The liquidation price is 80,000. The stop loss is 81,286. So the stop loss is above the liquidation. That's key. So I opened the long there because, you know, it's a higher low in the 4-hour time frame. And so I'm just going to, you know, and we got a liquidation wick there. So I'm going to take, you know, right there, that liquidation wick held. There's a chance this liquidation wick holds. We would like the green candle next to it, you see, when we can get the double bottom. And that may be what happens. If I get stopped out, so be it. I'm still up on the day. Think about it. I'm only risking a little over a third of what I made today already. So, exactly. Be true like Sam, I noticed that symmetrical triangles are now dumping 90% of the time. You just got to change it up and learn what the new signals are. Yeah, exactly. Isn't that crazy? Symmetrical triangles dumping 90% of the time. Look at that. I'm already up a cup of coffee. That's a fast $13, $15. My goodness. I didn't even think that trade would go that fast with the amount of money I had in there. But it's an $8,000 trade. $246 at 33x lev. And look, it's already up $21 on the trade. Back up at 83,000, getting the bounce. Did Sammy know something? Am I psychic? How did I make $25 in under a minute? Hey, I'm proud of that. I'm the king of 3%. I told you I'm the king of 3%. Nobody makes 3% faster than me, baby. Nobody. I could have put $1 million in there over here. Somebody said XRP is pumping. I like this wick. I like the divergence. This could be our daily bottom here. With the bounce back to the upside. Let's see if we can get back above the 200 on that 1-hour time frame. I just pulled off a long on the 4-hour. This is a falling wedge. Falling wedges break down 68% of the time. Let's get this wedge back to the upside. Let's get this move, baby. Hey, I got mixed signals, as you can see, and we could clearly dump. Like, if we dump, I'd be like, yeah, well, it looked pretty bad, you know. They definitely have mixed signals on me. It's back and forth. It looks more bearish. At the end of the day, it's more bearish than bullish. The bulls got to get back. When you're losing support, like you bounced, that's clear support, right? Now you look resistance. So like, you could say whatever you want. The bears are in control. Unless you get back above 84,190, the bears are in control. All right. You get back above, then there's a chance, you know. So, I mean, that is a falling wedge. Falling wedges do break up 68% of the time. The measured move would take you back up. It's just what I see. But we were just at 83K, and they dumped us back to 82.7 in 2 seconds. The volatility is just nasty. And look, that's why I can't lose a lot today. You know, don't risk a lot. If you're going to, like, see how I just took a trade that I was iffy on? I didn't put a lot of money in. There's no way I'm giving back what I made on Sunday. I made boatloads of money on Sunday. I'm not giving it back. My next big trades will just add to those trades. I am not giving my money back from Sunday. I made way too much money Sunday. And I sold the top, everybody. I did. I sold 93.8. I sold 94. I sold, you know, I sold a couple. I sold one at like 88.9 too, which I was like, dang, I would have made even more money. But I'm not doing that woulda, coulda, shoulda stuff. I'm not doing that ever again. I'm saying thank you, dear Lord, for every moment I have. I'm saying thank you, dear Lord, for every single second that you give me. I'm saying I'm gratitude for every single thing that I have. I'm using my creative energy right now through this dump of this market to create my brain, to create my opportunity. I have to formulate a confidential plan. I have to be the one that people look to. If I crumble, then what happens? If I crumble, I can't crumble, man. I gotta find a way to win. I have no other choice. Don't you understand? I got to make it to survive like bees to a nest. The bees have to make the nest or they will not survive. My nest is my opportunity, my mind of opportunity. I got to create the nest. I got to develop positive infrastructure. I got to create gratitude. I got to push forward. This is the time where I should be depressed. I should be down and out. My channel views are down. People are leaving groups. People don't want to be in crypto. Everyone says it's a scam. They say this sucks. And I got to fight through it. I got to push through it. And so do you. It's even harder for the influencer. It's harder for the person that isn't shilling nonsense, right? It's easy just to blah, 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 blah. But man, it's not so easy when the market's not easy. That's when the real people come out. That's when you see who really is dedicated to cryptocurrency, who's really dedicated to their craft, who really cares about what they're doing. They don't just ride the waves. Join my VIP Patreon, man. I can't stand that stuff. God bless you if you have one. But man, change it. Give it a different name. How can you have 5,000 people with a VIP Patreon? Like, how are you going to make the same name? Like, it's the corniest thing I've ever heard. Anyway, it's a bull pennant on the oversold 1 minute time frame. Can we get this move further to the upside? I just opened up a long. It looks like we could crack the 200 MA there and possibly get a move. Look at this. It's a bit of an inverted head and shoulder, is it not? You got a bit of a shoulder, head, right shoulder, and here you go to the upside. Hit the like button, baby. Let's go. We're on the way to 1,000 likes, man. I got my team. I got my tribe. These are the real lifers. Whoever's here right now, the 2,100 people that are here right now, you people are the most gangster, man. You're the most G. You're the OGs, man. You people aren't shook. You're not the shook ones. You're ready to rock no matter what. I love y'all. I don't want to be around anybody else. These are the most resilient crew. That's the coolest thing about streaming through the pain. Only the coolest people hang out in the stream. The weak people, they disappear, right? The naysayers, they disappear. The haters, they disappear. You stream through these types of times, you're going to find the greatest people in your life. You're going to attract the best people in your life, man. So, bang, bang, bang. At what level does strategy get liquidation problems? It doesn't. I never get liquidated. Yeah, I use a stop loss and proper risk management. Demo traded with you, Sammy. I use my hard money on this. Amen. Favorite human on YouTube. Can't wait for your streams daily, bro. God bless you. Yep. Someone said it's a diamond pattern that could break down. I could kind of see how there's a diamond there. It's a bit of a stretch, though. You're seeing this as a possible diamond. I see, though. But, it came in from the top. And if a diamond comes in from the top, we usually break on out. So it would be, I don't know what diamond you're talking about. Maybe like this, but I see it like that. I see it like that. And that would be a reversal diamond back to the upside. So you actually just gave me what I didn't see. And we could reverse out of here to the upside on a diamond. That'd be pretty awesome. So you can see there's some bounce. So there's some support right now at 82.5. If we can hold 82.5, there's a chance. So you gave me the idea that is a diamond. Let me get rid of the moving averages for a second. They add a lot of spaghetti that you don't need. And yeah, that looks like a diamond to me, for sure. You got the whipsaw in the middle, you're sideways, and if it came in from the top, it usually leaves out the top. It doesn't have to, but I've seen it many, many times. So expect heavy volatility today. I'd stay off the smaller time frames. I just made a long on the 4-hour time frame. Let's see if we can get that reversal back to the upside for BTC. Let's see if the daily can hold the 200 MA. That's really what we're looking for. That is the key to success today. And then we're watching this 1 minute flag that's breaking out. It looks pretty bullish. It's oversold the Stokes and looks like it could make a move to the upside. Let me jump into my BITUNIX account and see if I can trade this on the 1 minute time frame here. So we'll go over the 1 minute and we'll take a look. Look at this. Bit of a flag there that could do some damage. It does have symmetrical triangle vase. It's a little more bull pennant-like, in my humble opinion. stop loss like right about there, right? Bang. And if you know your levels, like I know 5%, I'm usually small ball like that. Like if I wanted to only do that, you could hit long. I'm using, let's say $700 in margin. And then you just bring the stop right there. You bring the take profit right there. You get these cool little sounds. I mean, that's insane. And then I can hover over it and it tells me I'll lose $40 or I'll gain $160, right? That's a risk reward ratio right there. And that's basically, in my opinion, that's how you grow accounts over and over again. And you just, if you make 10 of these trades and you lose 3 of them, you lose 7 of them, you lose 7 times 44. Let me explain this. You're risking 44 right now for $161, right? Say we trade this 10 times and we go 7 times $44. We lose 7 of our trades, all right? We lose $308. But let's just say we win 3 of them. 3 times 161. 483. You see? And so 483 minus 308 is more money, right? We'd be up $175 after 10 trades. Now, again, it's not amazing, but you wouldn't be losing. So the key is to use proper risk management. And look, I guess that was a symmetrical triangle, and they always dump to the downside. We'll see. Maybe it's a wick. They've been playing games, and you can easily get stopped out here. But again, I can get stopped out 7 times. See, that's what people don't realize. You can't be afraid of losing. You have to. Once you have proper risk management, you're okay with losing a trade. There's nothing wrong with it. It's actually just as good as winning because it just means you're getting closer to the next win as you add it into the data set. Doesn't mean you just go and lose trades like I'm doing right now. I mean, I didn't put a lot of thought into this. It looked like a little bit of a flag. I know it's sketchy. I told you not to trade the smaller time frames, and I still did it. But I really just wanted to show you how the BITUNIX works. I mean, I love that. And look, I could put another stop loss, take profit right there. Oh, no, it moved it for me. Pretty cool, man. And I like the sounds. It's pretty awesome. I love the sounds, to be honest. Great job with the sounds. Great job with the sounds, BITUNIX. And we're running a BITUNIX campaign right now. If you want to jump on into BITUNIX, we have a link right up here. All right. And we're doing some awesome stuff. Incentives for anyone underneath my link. You'll get hooked up. If you trade a lot, you get hooked up. Let me show you kind of what it is real fast. I don't like to shill personally. I like to just talk. But people are going to use exchanges. They're going to. And so I'm out here every single day. I might as well get in between a good exchange and make sure. And also what I love about it is if something ever happens to you, I can have a meeting with the exchange with my rep and say, hey man, this is my person. This is what happened. I would want to make sure, and you don't have that. Like you don't have that if you just go on your own. So look, $100, you get $20 if you deposit. Deposit $500, you get $50. Pretty awesome, man. Deposit $100, trade once, you get $200. All right, then if you get your trading volume to 100, get 15. If you get a trading all to $5 million, get up to $600. And if we get collectively our trading volume up to 500 million, everyone, we'll increase the prize pool to 200K and a Rolex, man. It would be so cool for me to see one of you guys win a Rolex. I think that would be the dope, really cool. I'm going to pressure them too. I'm like, yo, give the Rolex anyway, regardless of what we get. Send that Rolex over here. Where's my Rolex? I don't even have my Rolex on today. I left it in my closet. Hey, that's how you know I'm not material. I don't even remember my Rolex, man. All I care about is making it to the stream and helping you guys out, man. Money comes and goes. My mother died in front of me. Like, life is what it is. I'd give all my money away to spend 1 hour with my mom. Just 1 hour. Yeah. BITUNIX. Is it BITUNIX? You're so funny, man. I deposited the 500 and didn't get the reward. I just don't believe that. Yeah. I don't know if you use my link, honestly. And maybe it takes a second. You see, that's the thing. I'll have a meeting with them today and ask what happened. And I'll have an answer for you immediately. See, I won't let anyone slander me or say something that's not true because I'm too thorough and I go over it. And I don't disappear for days at a time. Like, I'd come back tomorrow with an answer. See, other YouTubers disappear. They come in and out. So everyone tries to use the same tactics on me. Like, oh yeah, you did it. And I'm like, but that doesn't work on me because I show up every day. You see what I mean? Like, all the stuff that people say about other YouTubers doesn't work on me because I show up every single day. So if you were like, I don't send out a trade and then show up a week later and act like I didn't do it. I don't delete videos like we've seen other people do. So you can't see the call that I originally made and act like I didn't make it. I've never done anything like that. I come and I face the music every single day. I like to face the music. I like to be wrong in front of the world. You know why? Most people couldn't handle that. I like to lose my trades in front of the world. Why? You know what? Most people would never open a trade in front of thousands of people because they'd be so afraid of losing it, they wouldn't do it. My courage is my strength. My ability to lose in front of thousands of people is my ability to win. Don't you understand? I'm teaching you every single day to put yourself out there. My behavior is a lesson, and you don't even realize that. People are hating on me while I'm teaching them through action. Actions speak louder than words. I'm teaching you right now through my action. I don't have to say a word. I've shown up for 1,500 some odd days without a day off. And yeah, I say it every day because I do it every day. I'm still in this trade right now that I made live in front of you. There's a chance we could win it, baby. And how about moving those stop losses up and down like that, right? I mean, everyone should do that. Weeks, you got to implement that. Maxi, you got to implement that. They got you guys. That's hot. That's hot right there. I would run right now, tell my team, hey, whatever they did, we got to get that going. They're beating us right now. I'm a vicious competitor. If I saw any of my competitors doing something better, I'd be like, yo, we got to do it better. The only thing they can't do better is they can't beat the fees on weeks, baby. Weeks, man. I mean, they can't beat on Maxi. Fees on weeks aren't bad too, but Maxi has the best. I still like weeks. I got a lot of money on my weeks account. I just want to make that really clear. I just grew $4,000 to $6,000, and I want to bring this $6,000 on my weeks account further up. I'm going to bring this 6,400 all the way to 12,000. I'm going to double up here, and I'm going to do it at the right time. I'm wondering if I should make that 4-hour trade here too. Same idea, right? A 4-hour trade. Everyone said there was a spike to 100K. I don't have no spike to 100K on my chart. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. So, I don't know. I got a spike to 85K. And then I got a wick back up to 82.9. That wick's strong. That wick is strong on the 1-hour time frame. And that bottomed out 4-hour, it's like, hey. And, you know, it's not hidden bullish, but it... So that same trade that I made, yeah, I'll do it on one exchange, right? I didn't use a lot of money, and I'm not a fan. But the idea, oh wow, so the 4-hour candle just closed, everybody. And how do you know that? Right-click here, go to countdown to bar close, right? And then right there it says 59 minutes. Oh, that's not right. Hold on. Something ain't right there. Because we know the 4-hour candle doesn't close in 59 minutes. You know what I mean? Anyway, use it on TradingView. Look at the daily, man. There's still a chance I could long this right now with Guts of Steel. Imagine longing this with like all my might. I'm going to do it. You know why? I love the 200 MA. And I'll either lose and everyone will laugh, or I'll become a legend. So I think it's worth becoming a legend. You see what I'm saying? So let's become legends, all right? Like, let's just go all in. No, I'm just messing with you guys. But 106,758 could be the target there. All right? I could see us head up to liquidity and just, hey, if they can bring us up that quick, bring us down that quick, they can bring us back up again. I'm just, you know, I gotta, as weird as I am, they can also make it as crazy as it is, right? So, and again, we're not going to risk a lot. We don't have to risk a lot on these trades. $134. We just turned $4,000 into 6,400. So we don't have to, you know, it's not, you don't want to give gains back. You don't, so, oh, I just made $2,000. So now I'm going to go $2,000 for $3,000. You don't do that. That's not how you grow accounts. You take what the market gives you little by little. That's all. Look, stop loss liquidation is 75, 11x leverage. You know, you just like, there's no reason to be overly extending yourself, in my humble opinion. It's just foolish. And we'll come back to these trades tonight. People in my trading group will find out whether I win or lose these trades. Okay? But right now, the 4-hour looks like the one that makes the most sense to me. That would have played out. We actually were in gains on the BITUNIX. Right? For a second, we were in gains there. Back down $12 now, playing up and down. I'll get rid of this because I have it right there. Wow, BITUNIX, you know, I got to give it to them. They're doing a good job. They're staying competitive compared to the, you know, everyone else. Just no one can beat the Mexi fees. That's the only thing. Like, nobody can beat the Mexi fees. Nobody. Nobody over here. Like, Mexi is 0% taker, maker, right? And then 0.1% too. Like, Mexi is the best, man. Like, it's the best. Broke out. It got a double top right there too. At 83,001 though. Again, I got mixed signals on the smaller time frames. I more just did that smaller time frame trade to kind of show you something there. But look, that's a bull pennant now. See how it's turning in from a symmetrical to a bull pennant? That's bullish. I'm likely going to win that trade on BITUNIX. That thing looks pretty good to me. So I just did a bunch of things. I opened up a 4-hour trade on MEXC, right? I can't even remember what I did. Let's go over it. I opened so many trades, I don't even know how many trades I opened. What did I do, everybody? Do you know what I did? So I opened up a 4-hour trade on MEXC, all right? I opened up a 4-hour trade on Weeks, and I opened up a scalp trade on BITUNIX, all right? So that's kind of, I'm already up $300 on the day. So, I mean, pretty cool, right? I mean, just like, right? And that way I can grab my scalp. I can keep my 4-hour trades open. One can be lower risk, higher risk, and we can go from there. BITUNIX is moving, man. I like the servers. I like the connection. I like the speed. Look how that money's moving by the millisecond there. You got to love that. And so, yeah, everything kind of working well right now. I see this flag possibly breaking to the upside. I avoided getting into that short. I almost got tricked into shorting the market. They almost got me on that 1-hour time frame bear flag. But something told me to avoid it. Something told me to sidestep it. And I went for the higher low on the 4-hour time frame. That's kind of what got me the most. That was the trend analysis that I took. That's what spoke to me. And the daily 200 MA too. And so, so on the weeks, I traded the daily 200 MA technically. On the 4-hour, I traded the 4-hour on MEXC, and I'm trading a scalp here on BITUNIX. So we got three trades open on 3 exchanges. We identified a possible diamond that can reverse us back to the upside again. So even if this dumps back to the downside, which it may, dump, we get a bounce. And then we can get a retest and break on out of here to the upside. So we have somewhat of a reversal diamond at hand. There's a chance we could pull back to the upside here, everybody. Yeah. Sam, do you have money flow when time to take a trade? Want me to show you something? I'm going to show you something that will blow your mind. All right. Here's market cipher B, right? Invite only. I paid for market cipher years ago. And see how the money flow directly follows the stochastics are. See their trigger waves are just the stochastics RSI. So when CryptoFace trades the waves, he's trading the stokes just like me. And when he trades the money flow, he's just trading. See when the money flow is low, the stochastics are low. See when this is high, right? See how the money flow is starting to get small? That's the stochastics coming out. Money flow comes from money flow just comes from momentum. Think about it. If the stochastics tell us that we're oversold, then money's going to flow in, isn't it? So I'm using money flow by using the stochastics RSI. You just can't see it. It's the same exact indicator. See, I looked at all the people that are using all their indicators, and I found out it's human emotion going into the indicator. So look at this. Like look at all the different cars in the world. I got to do this metaphor for you. Say an indicator was a car. All right, just hold. I give you this crazy metaphor for a second. You got to bear with me. Say an indicator is a car. All right. So you have an indicator on a chart, and it's just similar to a car. I know it's like the weirdest thing I'm doing right now, but I speak in metaphors. This is the worst car I'll ever draw. All right, that's a car though. All right. Now, what makes the indicator move? What makes the car move? You got to put gasoline into the car, okay? Now, it doesn't matter the model of the car, right? It doesn't matter if it's a BMW. It doesn't matter if it's an Escalade. It doesn't matter what the car is. Escalade. It doesn't matter what the car is, right? Because as long as you got to put gasoline for that car to move. So the car needs energy. Understand? All right, and the energy comes from the gasoline. Indicator. An indicator needs energy to move. Indicators don't just move up and down. What makes the indicator turn? What makes the money flow turn red or green? What makes the stochastics? It's human beings. It's the energy flowing into the chart. So check this out. The energy will come from the banking system injecting flow, right? The RSI will move. The money flow will move. The Stokes will move. The MACD will move. Any indicator that you use will move. It's coming from this same emotion. So I don't care what indicators you're using. As long as you understand when momentum is beginning to shift, then you understand money flow without realizing money flow, because money is coming from the energy when it enters the market. And the stochastics RSI are telling me when the energy is going to increase into the market. Understand? So beautiful kind of arraignment there. So like I could use it if I needed to. The green dots are my divergences, right? I think it's an amazing day. It's great. I I think everyone has an awesome. I think we just have a great community of people here. Like shout out to CryptoFace and his family. I think they're awesome. Shout out to Jason Casper and his people. He's awesome. Subscribe to all those people. Tom Crown. Subscribe to everybody in this group, man. Make crypto big again, man. We need all of us to grow and thrive. I hope that nothing happens to any of us. But you know what? We're a team. Right? We're moving an entire industry together. Don't you understand that? Like each and every one of us. So it looked like the symmetrical triangle dumped to the downside. I probably got stopped out on that trade now. Bing, 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 right? We didn't lose. We didn't risk a lot though. But there you go. That's what happens. Double top at resistance too. And now it's either the diamond or it's not. And look at that though. Shoulder, head, right shoulder on the daily. On injective. Look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. Interesting. So yeah, we're watching this diamond now for Bitcoin. This is really what it is. And that doesn't change my 4-hour trade at all, right? And again, right as I said that, I said, we might drop and bounce off the bottom of the diamond. It kind of made sense. Now we got a new trend line to possibly, now if you lose this trend line, what say you now? So let's take a look at our most bearish scenario now, because I was attempting to build some bullish signs there. The bearish scenario is this kind of has a head and shoulder to it. I've never seen it where they wreck the neckline and come back in again, but what if that just takes us further down? Man, as you can see, I didn't risk a lot on those trades. If I get hit off, I lose a very small amount of what I've already won. All right. Yeah, somebody said weak spike to 100K. I don't see it though on the charts. Like, wouldn't it still be there if it spiked to 100K? I don't see the weak spike to 100K. Yeah, like show it to me. I don't know. I don't see it. So a ballsy call in the daily, as you can see, with a stop below the daily wick to see if we can bounce off the 200 MA one more time. Looks like this is going to be the one that's going to crush us, but you never know. Trash day for me. Lost 9 trades in a row. Think I'm done for the week. I'll trade again next week. Just study the rest of this week. I'm so sorry, man. 9 trades in a row, Jay. So why wouldn't you stop at 1? Why'd you have to go 9 straight, my man? I got to sit with you, man. I got to sit with you. The fact that you have the ability to go 9 straight means you have it in you, because most people would have stopped at 2. So you got something. There's something positive there. I know, as crazy as that sounds, there's something positive there, man. You got to trade a model, brother. You got to trade a model. And honestly, today's a horrible day to trade. Look at us bounce off that trend line, though. What people do is they have a losing day, and then they come to my stream and they think, just because my setup's going to play out. And then that one loses too, and then just you know what I mean? I mean, that looks like it's rolling over, to be honest. This has been the toughest market to be a technical analyst in, honestly, for me. Yes and no. It's hard to say exactly where we're going, but when the moves happen, it's easy to execute the moves. I can't, not easy, but it's they cross the 200 MA, they're going to cross it 5-6 times a day, That looks like a head and shoulder pattern. They got sloppy. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, all I can say, it's the diamond. That's a diamond too. Yeah, I can just see the diamond now. I can't not see the diamond. It's the only thing I can see. So I traded the 4-hour time frames. My instincts tell me to get off the smaller time frames. They're too treacherous. They're going after people left and right. They're sure, Whenever I see that, I zoom out and I nestle into the 4-hour time frame, because they have enough people to ruin on the 15, the 5, the 1. They can get all those people. We'll be safe up here on the 15, on the 4-hour time frame. So we'll have that moment, right? I just don't trust the trend line no more. Market structure in VWAP just work better. 100%. Yep. That's why when you use the VWAP, I'm using the moving average. Very similar scenario. You understand? Yes. You're using a VWAP, I'm using a moving average. They're basically derived off very similar substances of mathematics. Yeah, not trading today in today's volatility. My accounts are pushing bare lows, and I'm in the top 15 coins. I know, right? I know. Okay, so we got to get a bounce back to the upside here for Bitcoin. 1, 2, high or low. Just like we saw on the 4-hour time frame, the diamond has to reverse back to the upside here. And how you kind of see it, you'll get up, you'll get tight, and then boom, boom, and then the diamond. The measured move of the diamond, very similar to a symmetrical triangle. You can almost take the length of the middle wicks. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it could push us all the way back up to 86.3. The key is, today, you got to get back above this resistance now. I mean, you have key resistance at 84.5. You got to get back above 84,500 to remain bullish, right? An anchored VWAP is when you take a VWAP from another time frame, but you make sure you can see it on a secondary time frame. So you anchor it. So like you basically can see your 5-day VWAP on the daily. All right. That's what an anchored VWAP is. You can ask these questions with Grok, right? Watch. It's funny. Nobody needs me anymore, right? Because they got Grok now. You know what I mean? What is an anchored VWAP? Like, is a technical analysis tool used by traders and investors to assess the average price of an asset, weighted by trading volume, starting from a specific point in time chosen by the user, known as the anchor point. Unlike the standard VWAP, which typically resets the daily and calculates the average price from the start of the trading session, an anchored VWAP allows you to set custom starting points. So a significant event, earnings release, a major price point, or a market reverse, and tracks the volume weighted average price from that moving forward. The anchored part means you manually select the starting point, a specific date or time, rather than using the beginning of the trading day. It continues to calculate a new price and volume data come in, providing a reference line on a chart that shows whether the current price is above or below the anchored average. It helps identify support and resistance levels based on historical price action from a meaningful point. Traders use it to gauge whether the price is overbought or oversold relative to the anchor point. And it's useful for analyzing price behavior after specific events like a gap up, down, or a high volume candle. Imagine a stock gaps up after positive earnings on March 1st, 2025. You see the anchored VWAP start that date. If the stock's current price on March 4th is above the anchored VWAP, it might suggest bullish momentum since the earnings event. If it's below, it could indicate weakness. It's widely used in platforms like TradingView, Thinkorswim, where you can manually anchor or candle timestamp. Does that clarify for you? I mean, that's the most in-depth answer you'll ever get about an anchored VWAP. Like, Grok is amazing. Like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I like this, man. And now we're back inside the same trade. Like, we're back inside the pattern. So they stop hunted. See how they just stop hunted? When they do that, a lot of times I just do it again. I'm like, okay. And I'll just use that as the stop hunt, right? As my stop now. Because I'm like, okay, you'll do the same thing again. You can also put your stop loss and take profit in here first. It's just a lot easier, quicker when you do it the faster way, right? You can really just access the data point. And just be like, boom, 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 boom. It's amazing. I mean, but here I can see what I'm willing to lose before I do it. I like 100 for 3. That's like my thing. I'm going to go at it again, man. You're back inside the pattern now. That should pay me. You lost the pattern, then you got it back inside. The pattern's still valid as far as I'm concerned. Don't do what I do, please. You don't know where you're at. I don't know how many trades you've made. You have no clue where you're at, where I'm at. Like, we don't know where each other's are at. You know what I mean? Trading is contingent upon the person in that moment in time. Like, you can't do what other people do unless it's got to be right in your data set. For instance, if you've lost 5 trades today, it may be time to pack it in. But if you've won 6 trades, then you may want to take a scalp. Like, it depends on where you are in your risk management on the day. Are you up trading today or are you down trading today? You know what I mean? Right? White House meeting, will dump or pump. What do you think? I mean, I think they're going to announce that there's going to be no capital gains tax on the American cryptos. I think that's what's really going to be coming out. I think that's what we're going to see, and I think it's going to create a massive amount of money flowing into these coins. I feel like somehow Trump's just waiting. They want to suppress the price so they can get it at a good price for everybody. Like, they don't want it to pump outside of their entry points. So in my mind, it seems like manipulation for the elite right after that meeting, but I could be wrong. I am speculating. I just look at the charts one step at a time. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go, everybody. I have no clue. Yeah. Yeah. We're all tax slaves. Amen. Amen. Yeah. Up 20 right now, off $3 on the East short. That's awesome, man. God bless you, brother. 7x to 3. You can't beat that. So we're in heavy chop. You can see it. Like, the price action has barely moved throughout the live stream again, just like yesterday. They're not giving Sammy his movement, like 10 to 12. Like, this is when we're supposed to get the price action. They're stripping it. They're pumping on the afternoons now. All right? Everyone else is getting the good price action, but me, I got to actually dance and entertain you guys. You know what I mean? We've already been at 78K. What for to go again for 79.8? I don't see a big liquidation targets there. An announcement about an announcement will send us into the shadow realm. I know, right? Just failing if we don't pump soon. Big drop. Right now, the odds are you're going to the downside. You have to remember, right now, I'm just, I'm taking some Hail Mary, you never know type of pump. But right now, the odds are you're going to the downside. Look, you couldn't get back above the 200 MA in the 1 minute just now. And that's how we start you got to get back above the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame just to begin anything. Like, that's the beginning of it all. Then you'll get back above the 5 minute 200 MA, and that's how everything will change. If you can't do that, we're going to dump. This looks like a shoulder head, kind of a right shoulder to me, with just like a slanted, like it just kind of lost the neckline but regained it. I wouldn't be surprised if this rolls over. I really wouldn't. I started the morning thinking we're going to dump, and we're going to dump hard. I couldn't believe that we didn't already. I remember I wanted to short immediately, and I didn't. My initial instinct was to short this market right off the bat. But I held off. This bullish div on the 1 hour tells me to chill, and this oversold 4 hour tells me to look at the bigger time frames and don't get caught up on the smaller ones. So, and they tried to dump it earlier, but they wicked it back up. So, yeah. They're dumping SBI Sam. Just tell the truth, man. We dump it hard. Say it. I don't know what's going to happen, honestly. If we dump it hard, I'd love to tell you we're going to dump hard. I don't hold back, everybody. If we're going to dump hard, I'm going to tell you we're going to dump hard. I want to win the short in front of everybody. I don't hide, baby. I don't try to tell you Bitcoin's going to do something. I'm showing you a higher low in the 4 hour time frame. Below high. That's a higher low in the 4 hour time frame. I don't think you get it. The great short would be, the real short is if we crush this low and then we bearishly retest that key level. That's where you really want to be shorting. You want to be shorting 78.9 because that would be the devilish move. That's where you should be planning on a nasty short if we take out this low and retest the low. Everything else to me is too high risk. You know what I mean? Because you don't have confirmation. What you do have right now is confirmation of a higher low. So you should be longing this higher low. Technically, like I've been studying trend analysis for a long time now. Trend analysis tells us to take a long right here because it's the higher low. Also, look, let's pull a fib. I believe we're at a 618. Yeah, look, it's a 7.8. It's money printer. That's a money printer right now. Everyone could take the money printer with me. I just took the money printer on the 4 hour time frame. So it's up to you. The money printer takes a lot longer on the 4 hour than we do it on the 1 minute. But that is the money printer right there. As weird as you can, and it's not amazing, but look, that's your cup. Cooper Cup. That's your handle. Like, it's not perfect, but that's a cup and handle at the 786. It is a money printer. As far as I'm concerned, I traded the money printer on the 4 hour time frame just now with the higher low on the trend. Again, I'm still open-minded that we could collapse, and the bears are in control. Like, the bulls have to show us something today. I am super high. This trade I'm taking is very high risk. It's called an aggressive entry. Aggressive entries are, you could easily get taken out, but there's a chance you caught the bottom. And that's what an aggressive entry is. You could easily get taken out, but there's a chance you caught the bottom. A very aggressive entry. And again, you get rewarded for aggressive entries. That's why they're aggressive. You get to show off. When you hit an aggressive entry, you get to show off a massive gain from a low that nobody would have the guts to get into. And it's called ballsy trading. I mean, it's not you're going hard. And it takes years to find those data points because you've been having to watch them for a long, long time until you have the confidence to take the move. Look, now there's a bull div on the 15-minute time frame out of nowhere on the indicator too. But look, now they got a shoulder, a head. That looks like a head and shoulder. Mixed signals in the small time frame. So, again, it says that the bears are coming down. I took an aggressive entry, understand? And I didn't risk a lot. I risked like $100 and I made one account $4,000, $100. One account $3,000. You know what I mean? Very small amounts of the original move. Someone says, why are you ignoring HBAR? I am not. Let's take a look at HBAR. Honestly, you know what? There's actually a reason. When I first heard about HBAR and started researching it, Hedera hash graph, right? I met Charles Hoskinson in New York, all right? There was like 60 people in an office space, you know, like just a kind of a bigger office space room on like 27th and like 7th Avenue or something on a rainy like Tuesday night after work. And a guy I knew I was into crypto. He was into crypto, and he's like, yo, Charles from Cardano is going to be at this building like right near us. We got to go. I was like, okay. I have it on camera, actually. I interviewed Charles. I met him. We had a good time. And I asked Charles about Hedera hash graph that day, and he said it was the shadiest thing he'd ever seen. It's funny. So it's funny. Maybe he has changed his thought process or his thought, you know. But, you know, he told me it wasn't decentralized, and it was basically a government coin, and be careful, right? But in a way, you know, again, that was a long time ago. I don't want to put like, you know what I mean? So that threw me off from Hedera very early, and I was very wary of it. And then I looked it up, Swords. I knew the guy, I think Tim, I was all into it. You know, Swirls, the guy who does her graph, it swirls. And he was involved in like, I don't know, I want to say it was the CIA or something, but see, Swirls Labs, see, most people don't know all this stuff. I got so deep in Hedera, I knew it was Swirls, and Swirls was the guy. And trust me, man, I was into Hedera so deep, like 4 years. It was just insane how deep I was. And the deeper I got, I don't know, the more I didn't trust this guy, Lehman Bard. I don't know what it was, man. I don't know. And then Charles also told me, you know, now, he was deeply involved in the U.S. government, too. Carnegie Mellon. He worked at the U.S. Air Force. He's probably an amazing person, and he's super intelligent. You know what I'm saying? I got deep into HBAR, man. I really did. I got very deep. Trust me, I get deep. When I find something, I want to know a lot about it. I sit there, and I spend a lot of time researching it. I'm not just going to sit there and be like, oh, look what I did with TA. Like, I'm not going to tell you I know about something unless I really know about it. Like, I made a show about technical analysis because that's what I do. I don't know anything else. That looks like a head and shoulder are going to dump on our face. I got to be honest. I got mixed signals yet again. I'm trading the higher low on the 4-hour time frame. I can't. There's nothing else I can say. I don't know where we're going to go for sure. No guarantees. What happened to ETH not moving? He looks like Pennywise. Who's Pennywise? Who is Pennywise, man? Yeah. Pennywise? What is Pennywise? Do I even want to? I guess I always got to Google things alone, right? I don't know what the heck I might find. He looks like Pennywise. I wrote Pennywide. That's creepy, man. That's super creepy. Why'd you have to scare me like that? You know I'm not into clowns. When I was a kid, I was one of those kids that was afraid of clowns. For sure. You know I was. I didn't like face painting. I didn't like clowns. I didn't want anything to do with that. I hated face painting. Like, my sisters said, oh, let's get your face painted. I was like, do not touch my face. Like, as a little kid, I think I did face painting once, and I was so upset. I was refused face painting, man. I wasn't into it at all. At all. I've always been a little different, man. Even the dentist told me I was strange. I saw him after years, and he said, man, you haven't changed a bit. He said, you were the weirdest kid I ever seen. I said, what was it? He said, you were just different, man. Just the way you came in here, you just had this way about you that I'd never seen anyone act like that in my office. He's like, it wasn't bad. He said, you were a very unique young kid. He said, you know. Funny, I haven't seen, because I left Boston, and I had a dentist that knew my dad and my whole family, and then I went to New York, and I did all that, right? And I get back to Boston after 20 years. I haven't seen the guy since I was literally 16, 17, 18 years old. And, I went to college, went to New York, and I never got my teeth done again. And so I get back. He's still there, him and his sons. Old dude, he was like 75 at the time. I couldn't believe it. And he sat me down, he did my teeth, and he was like, you haven't changed a bit. And he laughed so hard, man. And I was like, and I told him, I was like, I became a millionaire. I was like, look at what happened to me. I was like the small kid from Boston. I told him my story. It was so cool. I was like, because his dad grew up with my dad, like old Irish bricklayers, you know what I mean? And I was like, look what happened, bro. My dad was an iron worker. Look what happened to his son. I said, I got into the Bitcoin. I started trading. I would show up in a suit every time he did my teeth, you know? I dressed like, because I was like, why undress? I come from the show. I always had to be there at 1. And it was just so cool, man, to see someone that knew my family and to see that I had become so successful in life. Like, it was a really cool thing. You know, and he was like, Sammy, you haven't changed a bit, man. Yo, that's a head and shoulder pattern. The only thing is I've never seen very rare I've seen a head and shoulder where they break the neckline first. Like, that's that's odd. See that? But if you take that out, it's a head and shoulder pattern for sure. You see what I'm saying? I mean, shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. This is so sketchy trading lately. Man, they make it tough, huh? Flat price action again for days on end. Sammy, what's the mindset you should have not to trade every day and to not feel like you're going to miss out? Make big gains every once in a while and you'll feel happy, man. You know what I mean? Like, I made massive gains on Sunday. I keep reminding myself, I don't need to trade right now. Like, I made so much money on Sunday, I do not need to trade right now. Like if I made what I made every Sunday, I'd be good to go. Right? We'll be back up over 100K soon. Just keep grinding. Amen. Hey, I never know what's going to happen. Look, it looks like it's going to dump right now. I have to be honest. That looks dumpy to me. And I can just hear my stop loss got taken out. Ba-dang. That looks like it's going to take us out, man. Then they're going to take out that low. And they take out that low, I'm cooked then again on my other trade. So, man, this is insane. I gotta say, that's gonna dump on you. Like, that's gonna dump. You're below the 200 MA. You lost the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame. You couldn't get back above it. Like, you got above it here. I made the 2 trades that could have been bullish today. I made a trade off that wick and I made a trade off this bounce. Like, the only places you really could have solidified a nice win there. That is rolling over, my friends. Actually, if we look at it, we can say it's a symmetrical triangle, and they break down 68% of the time. And basically 90% of these are breaking down. At the same time, I see that higher low, and I wouldn't be surprised they bounce it again. This is nasty. This is just what you got to get through. What I tell my students is to save your capital for days when the market's going to move. Like, some days, let's be honest, you'll come to my live stream. There's been days where I've opened up the live stream. Literally, Bitcoin has come up. It's inside of a flag, and it's about to break out. And I'm like, I'm in here. And when we start to pump, right when the live, like, that's happened many times. And then there's days like today where it's like this. And I mean, what are you going to do, right? So you got to trade whatever the market gives you. You can't force the trades, all right? When are you comfortable shorting if it breaks to the 1 minute, to the 15? For me, I really felt like I should have started the short earlier, like up at the resistance. And if I haven't hit the short earlier, then I'm chasing the short a bit. You see what I'm saying? I mean, technically, you can just put a stop loss on the other side of that 200 MA on the 1 and see if you can get the win. That's how I would short the market. It takes a lot for me to short. I have to, like, really want to short. You know, specifically Bitcoin too. It's like, I don't like shorting Bitcoin. It pisses me off. Like, it gets under my skin a little bit. It shouldn't piss me off, but it gets under my skin a little bit. I should just be like, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just shorting or longing. But it's like, man. Like, I know you're one of the greatest assets in the world. People are going to short you. Now, I shorted it last week. Don't get me wrong. I will day short it. Like, I will day trade short it. And again, the rest of the week is going to be tough. It is non-farm. Like, look, today's Tuesday, right? We got Thursday, 8:30, unemployment claims. And we got Friday, right? Non-farm unemployment change. I mean, the whole week is going to be waiting on this information. And then we have Trump. So on 7th, we have the crypto summit and we have unemployment. So I wouldn't be surprised if the market gets really wary for the next few days and tries to stay as sideways as it can. All right. This guy has a super chat in here. He says, the fib on the Bitcoin daily from 66.8 to 103 shows 200 MA almost touching the 618 on the way up. The Bitcoin sitting right on the confluence. I'm not bearish yet. Maybe if we close the daily below 200 MA. Exactly. That's what I said. That's why I just opened the trade on the 200 MA. Exactly what you just said. And I did pull the fib, and you could see that we were on the 618 there. So, like, I'm with you, man. Or the 786, the money printer on the 4-hour time frame. So, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you on that same idea. Like, I think you came into the stream a little late because you come in earlier, you would have seen me open the long on the 200 MA. Had a stop loss at 84.7 on a short of the weeks. We got liquidated at 86.99 on today's wick to 100K. Had a stop loss 84.7 on the short, but got liquidated at 84. I mean, yeah, if you know, I have all the screenshots. The wick is removed now. Any way you could do, yeah. For sure. Take a picture of the wick, take a picture of the screenshots, and let's send them an email and say what's going on. 100%. 100%. 100%. Put that all together in a little package note, and we will send it over and ask them what's happening. 100%. 100%. I will not have anyone to not make my name mud. So if anything's doing anything funny, we're going to find out, and we're going to see what's happening, right? Here's another person. I got liquid 897 on leverage this morning, but my stop loss is 87 on a closed tiny portion. How is this possible? It depends on how high leverage you were, though. You see what I'm saying? Again, I don't see the wick there, so all right. And I don't see hundreds of people saying something, but I do see two. All right. Fib on the daily 66. Thank you. God bless you for that. All right. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the YouTuber that's going to brush over things. We're going to get to the bottom of it. I like weeks. They're awesome. All right. I think I have a meeting with them today, actually. So we'll talk to them today. We'll find out what's going on. That is a symmetrical triangle. They mainly dump to the downside. And it's got that rolled over, you know. So that looks like it's going to dump, but it could go either way. I'm long on the 4-hour, everybody, just so you know. I'm not trading the smaller time frames. I'm long on the 4-hour. Yeah, I don't get it. It's all house music, and then the last few parts like just becomes elevator music out of nowhere. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, that's not house music. Like, I don't get it. Anyway, I'm long, baby, long. Honestly, it almost has an Adam and Eve vibe here. We might Adam and Eve our way on out of here. And then the diamond is still intact, everybody. So we've got a diamond, which we found, which means we could bounce off the bottom here and still break out of the diamond from the downside in out. And a boss, you know. So it's so strange. I'm bearish because I can clearly see that we can't get above previous support and resistances. Number one. The only thing that I'm bullish about is that 4-hour being overbought. I mean, having a higher low, but it's like, look, this. It's ugly, man. Stay off the small time frames. That's all I can say. I'm long on the 4-hour, and we go from there. I wish I could give more information about it. Let's see what hot coins are out there, if there's anything moving today, but it's pretty flat. Siren up 9%. Never heard of it, 12%. New coin, OX coin, Eternity Chain. Nothing too crazy here. Trending, huh? All crypto. Mantra is up. Cardano back to 82. So Cardano's strong. Back to 82 from 67. Wow, Caspa at 6 cents, dude. I knew I should have freaking sold that thing at 10 cents, 12 cents. I had a feeling, man. That's disgusting. That's really sad. Like, that's really, really sad. That's depressing for me, honestly. That's not fun. I held that coin for 18 months, man. And again, after I was investing, you snatched it at 21, 18, 19. I get, you know, man, this has been a brutal market in many ways. I've had hundreds of thousands of dollars in this market. I'm being honest with you guys. It's been like insanity. Thank God I put all the money into Bitcoin when I did, because it took care of me. You know, if Bitcoin didn't have the cycle it had, it would have been vicious for me. But thank God Bitcoin paid me more than the altcoins lost me, and I'm still up in the cycle. I'm still up on Ondo, 87 cents though. So altcoins took another big hit today, and altcoins really are not your friend right now. If anything, the only thing is altcoins is like, if you believe in it, it's a coin to DCA into or something. You know, you take a look at the fear and greed index today, it's at 15. That's some of the lowest I've ever seen it in my life. So it tells me you got to buy BTC there. Like, there's got to be some Bitcoin purchases at 15. I mean, it's the lowest I've ever seen it. That's absolute insanity. My gosh. That is crazy. That is crazy. And just, you know, like I keep money on weeks. I keep 128,000. Like I just want to let you know I'm not like, you know, very important. We pay attention here too. Look, they nipped it and then they dipped it back up again. Like, this is crazy price action, man. Stay away. Stay away. Don't get hurt here. Don't lose your capital. They're just going to chop through your capital here. Don't do it. Don't let them chop through your capital. Wait for defined signals. Wait for a nasty dump. Miss the short. And then we get the reversal. You know, we don't have to catch the short. I can catch the bounce off after the short. Like, I just got to be honed in and have a plan and execute the plan. That's all. See if the diamond can save us and get us back out of here. That's the one way we can win, is with the diamond, baby. Let me take a look at the super chats. Make sure I'm not missing any fan funding here. We got Jonathan Barella. Thank you for becoming an exclusive lifer. We love you. God bless DDC. Thank you. If you're worried about inflation, just buy America. I know, right? Hey, Sam, Ramadan Korean, can you please update Injective? Amen. We looked at that. Brother, can you check GPU from Ivan Roque? And do you expect Bitcoin to pump on Friday's press conference and Tuesday's event? I don't expect anything out of life. All I expect is love from God and to treat people right. That's it. Everything else is a side bargain. Yeah, I expect nothing out of Bitcoin. They might dump it. Who knows? They might cancel the meeting and say it's not happening. Who knows what's going to happen? There could be a black swan event. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, man. It could be an earthquake. Like, there could be a tornado. Like, I don't plan that far ahead. I mean, I plan I'm going to 100K. Like, I have my plans of where my ship is going. So someone asked me about GPU. This thing is in the dumps, man. It was a great coin. These are all speculative projects that needed volume and people to believe in. I will tell you, is it doing the slanted Adam and Eve? This funny little pattern that I've found plays out. Backtest that, and that would be your perfect place to buy. I like the project and I like the coin, but man, I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't buy anything but like basically Ondo right now and Bitcoin. Like, those are the only things I'm really buying. Yeah. You think it's worth holding Ondo? White. Oh yeah, white. What is this white coin? What is this white finance that I keep hearing about? I saw it yesterday and then boom, I missed. Oh yeah, white. And then dang, man. I saw it and then it slipped my mind. Yeah, it has lack of volume, so I wouldn't have been that keen on it. Now it looks like it's dumping. Had a nice bull flight. They got everybody kind of excited for, and then they're gonna went after the stops, right? Maybe it wicks back inside and then it can continue. Check on it in a couple hours, see if that wick comes back inside the pattern. If it does, it could still play out. I've seen that happen many times. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. We're on our way to 37,000. Just 200 more beautiful people. All right. 200 beautiful people. And I had a typo tweet here. Where is it here? I'll find it. I believe... No, wait. Up here. I tweeted a lot this weekend when the market ripped. I was like ecstatic, man. They got me going, and then and they dumped us, right? So right here, I'm gonna pick someone right now. 6,000 people saw this. Let's go. Cirque. I like that. Acid Bath. You got a cool name. All right. I'll follow you back. DM me Acid Bath, or I'll DM you right now. All right. I'll DM you and tell you you're the one. All right. 50 BTC, 50 USD in BTC. So there you go, man. Thanks for playing, everybody. I appreciate it. And that was just like, there was typos and you had to write something funny about the typo. And I actually just liked his name. Honestly, I don't want to waste too much time. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Oh, what is this? GMF. That thing looks like it's in a descending triangle. descending triangle. Let's break down. See, I'm just a bot. I don't trade things based on philosophy, right? But again, it also is like, how much lower could you go? Like, how is that not the bottom? But anyway, who knows? Someone I know may, I don't know, something over there. Yeah, so this new coin, White, is ripping. And everyone's kind of, got really excited about it. It went to a $777 million market cap underneath my eyes. I saw it yesterday. Dang, man, this thing went out of control. There's always a coin bumping nowadays. 500x. I wouldn't chase it. At this point, we pulled a fib. As I showed you, it could wick back inside and then be good, or it could fib back to this support zone. Yeah, look for that 786 fib bounce. But yeah, wow, this thing is hot. I had no idea. It slipped my mind. I saw it yesterday. Dang, man, I wish we right there. I've traded stuff like that all day long. Look. Slap on the moving average is pretty tight, yeah, and you could go to like the 15-minute. It probably had tight moving averages. See, I might not have traded it because it looks like the volume was a little lighter than I'd like it to be. But dang, man, what a move for White. Only altcoin in the game paying right now is White, right? We found it. Is anything trending on token metrics? I don't think so, right? They got Aave, Sol, Bitcoin, and Pi. The only things trending right now, technically. And they got Grabway. It's a coin that keeps coming out. Grass is on my radar right now, 239, but... And what is Bitcoin doing again as we left it alone for a minute? Absolutely nothing. Look, it bounced back sideways. Look at this insane price action. Like, what is going on here? Like, if anything, that's an Adam and Eve. I just channeled my internal Tom Crown. What is going on here? I mean, if you see I know I can kind of do it every once in a while. I mean, I don't want to make fun of him because that's not what I'm doing. He just has this very low voice and he talks like, I mean, it depends. That's an Adam and Eve, man. And you can see why I opened up the long on the 4-hour time frame. It's funny. A good chance I end up winning the trade. You're like, how does Sam win this trade? He had no idea what was going on with Chop, but I mean, at the same time, I zoomed out and I saw that there was a higher low. Dude, we cracked that 200 MA, then we're gone again for another pump. That will pump, baby. Then we go for the 5-minute 200 MA, and we could be back in brass tacks pumping again. So, hey, my open-mindedness keeps me open-minded. Like, I'm able to avoid different things because I'm staying open-minded. Now, if you close your mind and you say it's going to be one thing, you're going to get taken out. You're going to get taken out. Like, you got to be open-minded here. Very, very important. We avoid the pitfalls of disaster. And as I showed you right now, it's the 4-hour higher low. Nothing else really we should be pressing ourselves on. Okay. There was something I wanted to show you guys. Oh yeah, how to find the bottom. How I find the absolute bottom for Bitcoin. This is awesome, actually. I'm going to bring down the music. Sean, we should clip this out. Let's get this clipped out. All right. I can actually record it too. I think I can record it at a higher note, a higher level. I think I can hit the record button right now and record while I'm live. Yeah, I can. Okay. Do you want to learn how to buy the bottom? Yes, the bottom. After a massive liquidation, you can see where you're actually going to bottom or get very close to where that wick hit. I'm going to show you something very interesting. Remember that huge liquidation we just had? I caught the bottom, and I'm going to show you how I did it. It's very interesting. It uses technical analysis and a moving average. Check this out. Let me show you something that's going to blow your mind. So let's go to BTC, USD, all-time history index, and we're going to take a look at that massive liquidation wick that we just had on the daily time frame. Okay? So they just liquidated us right there. It was nasty. Now, how would you have gotten the bottom there? How? I'm going to teach you right now. I'm going to show you something that's going to blow your mind. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to isolate this wick. We're going to put a wick here. We're going to put a wick there, right? We're going to isolate that wick. Why? Because we're going to show you something now. So you see the wick happening. See the wick happening. When I see the massive liquidation, when I see the daily Stokes getting low, when I see the RSI, when the indications of the daily are getting pressed very low, I'm swapping to the 1-minute time frame. And now we're going to go find those exact blue lines again now. And we're going to show you how the daily bottomed. So the daily bottomed, right? Now, what was I doing with my trading group? Well, I study patterns. And one of my favorite patterns is the complex inverted head and shoulder. I also love to buy when the 1 minute crosses the 200 MA. That tells me that's the beginning of any reversal. Any reversal, the first step. It's like if you had a 1,000-mile walk and you took one step out of your house, that would be the 1 minute crossing the 200 MA. Like you can't go 1,000 steps or 1,000 miles without the first step. You can't pump back without the first step. So most people just saw squiggly lines. I saw a cross of the 200 MA, which I knew, and I executed that long there. I also got in right here, and I showed everyone how long I was in. I moved my stop loss there, and we were able to take that trade all the way, to that huge, massive long to the upside. So what is a complex inverted head and shoulder? You'll see it has multiple shoulders with a big giant head and multiple right shoulders yet again. And you'll dig your way out of here. This is a complex inverted. All you had to do was buy the right shoulder. Any one of these, this one or that one, with a stop. So when we came to this area, you could put a stop there with a stop at that right shoulder, and then you'd actually still be in that long to this day. So I was able to find the daily bottom by zooming into the 1 minute time frame and finding a known reversal pattern called the complex inverted head and shoulder, and to execute at the right shoulder there. I gave this trade to my group. People saw it, and that ended up becoming that trade's still in the money from $79,000. So this is how you can find bottoms. I zoom into smaller time frames. Again, you have to be quick-witted. You have to know what you're doing. I've been doing this for a long time, so it doesn't happen overnight. This is something that took me years to perfect, but you can and will get good at this. So when everyone else was panicking, freaking out, I was able to calmly see that was likely right shoulders of a complex inverted head and shoulder, and I was able to execute. I also saw that we had crossed the 200 MA on the 1 minute, which is my known signal for reversal. I know we have to get that for the rest of the bullish reversals to happen. Then we crossed the 5 minute, then the 15, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and so on and so forth. If you like what you're seeing here, please come to my channel Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I also do a morning live stream somewhere between 8 and 9 a.m. Saturday and Sundays. Those are impromptu to show you what you would get if you join my trading group. I have a trading group. Go to CryptoLifer.com to find out more. I don't say CryptoLifer.com enough. Check out my website. And please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Thank you so much. I'll catch you on the next one. And don't hit, I see I can hit end stream instead of end record. So that, to me, that's a big deal. Like, that's a big deal. I caught that reversal. I'm known for being pretty nice at it, but that was one of my best bottom calls ever. And we made boatloads of money on that move, right? So, and not being in fear, right? Not being in fear is so crucial, so important, so key. And I tell my students the key to everything is not living in fear. Look at that Adam and Eve double bottom playing out now that we found. And now my 4 hour may really end up paying me today. It'd be amazing if I end up getting paid today. But look at that that beautiful inverted Adam and Eve, man. And I saw it. You can't say I didn't catch that Adam and Eve. I am the king of the Adam and Eve. Nobody trades more Adam and Eves than me. I've been trading Adam and Eves more than the cup and handle recently. But technically, look, it's a cup and handle. Look, this will blow your mind. Sammy cup and handy to the upside. Look, there's the cup and handle right there. There's going to be a cup and handle every time. It's how they do it. I don't understand how, why, what's going on here. And if this breaks out and starts to pump, that will be the diamond telling us that was supposed to happen. So the TA will have played out exactly as it was supposed to. So it's funny, I started today a little bit confused. Things didn't look so right. But as I settled in for 2 hours and I really went through my subconscious mind and we all had this journey together, we started to see that things weren't so blurry after all. There was a higher low on the 4 hour. We do see an Adam and Eve here now on the 1 minute time frame, and things really start to come together. This is quite interesting, my friends. And I like what we're starting to see here. So absolutely beautiful. And I did do some live trades. I think 2 got hit off. It is what it is. You saw me. You don't win every trade. But I've been losing a lot of my scalps recently, right? He goes 4 hour diamond out the top too, he says. Let me see. He says a 4 hour diamond out the top. Let me see what you're saying here. So I hope I gave you, this stream was one of the best streams I ever had, man. I loved it. It was awesome. Started off a little rocky, but I think I definitely cleaned it up. I got back into my run. When my voice is off, there's something going on there. I don't seem to be myself. I got my voice back throughout the stream. You can see my voice somehow came back throughout the stream. Like, They said don't use your voice, but my voice came back. We had our tariff battle over inflation. We had some fun today. It was a good stream. It's not over just yet. It's not over just yet. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. You say there's a diamond on the 4 hour at the top too. Let me see what you're saying. I might have missed that. Oh, so people were trying to say that. I get it. Okay, let's see here. I mean, I have seen that play out as a diamond. It very well could. We could have said that this was the diamond and it broke the diamond. I've seen the diamond structure break. They get back inside. Then they complete the diamond. So interesting. It's all about understanding when they break patterns and how to trade broken patterns. So if this comes up and down, gets tight, and then we break out the diamond. You see? So you're telling me there's a chance. You see what I'm saying? You're telling me there's a chance we break out this diamond. Ivan Tenroke asked me about GPU. We looked at it. We looked at white. I can't really, I'd have to wait. It looks like it's going to pull back for a while first. Yeah, can I reach your support about payment? Just email cryptolifers@gmail. Cryptolifers@gmail. Yeah, we'll be back over 100K. Yep. Give TA on ADA. Let's take a look at Cardano. Thank you, Max Sonic. And I love that, man. Thank you so much for giving that super chat. And everyone, thank you for super chatting. I appreciate it. $56 in chat revenue, 1,000 likes. Let's get 1,000 likes. We have 75 more people hit that 1,000 like button, 74. And we hit 1,000 likes. I'd greatly appreciate it. Let's take a look at Cardano. USDT. Cardano on Mexi. Beautiful pump for Cardano, all the way back to 116, and then ate it back up, only to rip back up to a bean, though. I mean, Charles got the in with the Trumpies, man. Charles got a thing he had to go do in Florida over here. He missed Eat Denver, bro. He never does that. And he missed Eat Denver because he's like, I got to go do a thing in Florida. I mean, that's, regular life seems like nothing when you're getting called in by the president, right? And think about it. He got called in by the president. These are historical times. Like people that we know. Cryptocurrency is getting close to the president. Like, I know someone that actually is pretty close to Donald Trump right now. Like, I have, it's crazy. Like, I never thought I was going to be that. I'm like 2 people away from someone that, like, knows people in the... I wasn't close to buying or nobody. I actually knew one kid that was like, but that kid was such a... I wanted nothing to do with that kid. You know what I mean? So excited. I'm going to go to D.C. and work for Biden. Kid that I went to high school with, I was like, good riddance. So look, 171, that thing broke out on the 3-day chart. That's a breakout. What you need is you just need to see, that wick is something, I get it, but I don't really care about wicks. I care more about support and resistance. I just want to make sure the 3-day candle stays above 81 cents. All right. Look at that daily getting a bit of a bounce back to the upside here too. And look, I mean, previous support is resistance. That could be the last chance to get into Cardano. Like Cardano ripped, they brought it back, and too many people know now Cardano's hot cake, right? And it's in a falling wedge about to break off this. So to me, that may be one of the last chances to buy some Cardano, honestly, before it rips to the upside. Wow, I think we're going to win this 4-hour trade, everybody. We're up $77. Look, we're already up 30% on this trade. Like, this trade may be a big winner here. We're already up 30% on the trade. Imagine I put bigger money in there. But again, I didn't have to risk a lot. Look, I'm already up $80. I only had to use $240. See, people think I have to use tons of money. When this thing rips and I make $500-600 today, I'm going to have used no money to do it. And everyone says, oh, but you have tons of money, Sam. That's why you make all the money. I said, no, I don't. I use the leverage properly, and I don't over-risk myself. Dude, we might be onto something here. Sammy may have caught this long on the 4-hour, baby. This is why I love what I do, man. I come back tomorrow with a big rippage, and people are going to be like, should have listened to the lifer. Why did I counter trade the lifey? Lifey. One thing I wanted to do is I just wanted to buy a little Cardano. I got to buy a little bit of Cardano real quick. I got to buy a little bit of Cardano. I just love it. This is for you, Charles. This is for you, Charles. This is for just, you know what? This is for everybody out here right now. I love Cardano. I've been in Cardano for a long time. You know what I mean? God bless Cardano. $2,000 worth of Cardano, man. Anything below $1 is a steal to me. I go up high on the level there. And I already have a huge bag of Cardano. I bought Cardano at 2 cents and 8 cents. I've been holding it ever since. So for me to even buy Cardano is ridiculous. I don't need to buy any right now. But you know what? There's just this feeling of love and light for Charles, man. And I just want to buy some Cardano today. I want to be a part of the journey, man. And it looks like it's going to bounce. And look how fast you get your liquidity. Like, that was just boom, filled. I love trading spot on MEXC. It's unbelievable. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. So you can trade on MEXC for low fees. You can trade on BITUNIX if you like to move the stop loss. You can trade on weeks. I have a trade open on all 3 exchanges right now. One on the daily, one on the 4-hour, and then I got stopped out of my scalps on BITUNIX. If I see scalps throughout the day, I will take them on BITUNIX. You see what I'm saying? Or BITUNIX. However, I don't know what you want to say. I like BITUNIX. It makes sense to me, but... Look, you get a free VRVP here because you have to pay for that in TradingView, but you get it here on MEXC. It's pretty awesome. Remember that. That's a good way to take advantage. So let's go over kind of what we talked about today as the end song comes on. This is what we always end with this song, right? Crucial times for Bitcoin to be alive. So Bitcoin gets a major pump to the upside. The diamond looks like it is reversing back out to the upside. We called it. We called this Adam and Eve double bottom. I knew we were going up, but they stopped me out twice in a row trying to chase the pump, these buffoons. And then the 5-minute, and then look, the 1 minute crossed the 200 MA, which was my go-to signal that I actually missed giving you guys your TA. All right, look, that was my signal right there. Buy when you cross the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame. Gone, baby, gone. Now you can wait for the 21 to catch price on the 1 minute. And this is my signal. I wait for price. This is such a beautiful signal, man. So I'd go to BITUNIX and I might keep trading this. Now I forgot that I got to add my 21. I got to add my MA. I got to add 2 MAs here. You see? I definitely need my 21. I can't trade without a 21-day moving average. If I don't see the 20, I mean, I can kind of see where it is, but it's tough for me. And I turn it white, extra thick. And then I need a 200. I was about, this must be on it. I'm like, where's the other one? I'm like, I put 2. And now I need a 200. The only problem is this didn't seem to save the other day. I had to keep re-adding it. I'd like it if these save so I don't have to keep adding it every day. It'd be nice. Just something to tell the BITUNIX crew. So now what I'm looking for, and I did. They got me, man. They got me. I'll make it back. I'll make it back. I'll make a point. So now we're looking for this to flag out and pump. So we made it through the down times. I almost opened up that short. I am smart that I did not. Or I don't know, well-versed or just prepared. I don't know what it is. And now, yeah, we want to see this price action. Want to see that 21 cross. Touch price action. Stay above the 200 MA. And that is a known signal of mine right there. That is my model. This is my model. I trade this day in and day out. Look, we found an Adam and Eve double bottom that played out. We actually saw the Adam halfway before it played out. Wow, you guys worked price action with me today. Like, this was unbelievable. Like, grateful I found this group, Sammy. You were all heart, buddy. God bless you. God bless you. I'm just like my dad, man. My dad was all heart, too. I love you, Jimmy. I love you, Dad. I got nobody but my wife and kids, my sisters, and each and the lifers, man. I mean, I shouldn't say I got nobody. I got so many people in my life, but when I lost my mom and dad, you know, I know people that still have their mom and dad. They're 55 years old, 58 years old. Like, and I know people lost their dad when they were 15. Gene Hackman, I cried my eyes out last night. I really did. I watched the Patrick David, Andrew Tate interview. I got through like half of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched it at 2x speed. And they got to a point where they talked about Gene Hackman, and they talked about how Gene Hackman's dad left him when he was a kid. And when he was 12 or 13, he was outside playing with his friends, and his dad just waved like a block, like, you know, out of the car. Like, he never saw his dad again. They said, was that hard? And he stops, and he breaks down. He's like, it's very hard. He was like 79 years old when they asked him that question. And it happened when he was 13. And it still gutted him. It still gutted him, dude. It still gutted him. It still gutted him. You gotta be there for your kids. You got to be there for your kids. We got to be fathers to our families. We got to have men stay in the family. Like, we can't have all these women with kids out of wedlock and all this nonsense. It's just not how it's supposed, it's not good for society, man. We need the man at home. We need a good family structure. We need the nuclear family. It's oh so important. Like, I want to raise strong men that are disciplined. That's the most important part of my stream. I want to raise strong men that are disciplined. They're going to raise strong men that are disciplined. They're going to protect beautiful women that are disciplined. I got 3 wonderful daughters. They're going to be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful brides and wonderful women. And they're going to have nuclear families, and they're going to bring my wife children. We're going to have grandchildren. We're going to have a beautiful life. I'm excited, you know. They say when the father prays in the house, the children are like 80% more likely to pray than if the mother prays. The father has a huge role in the house. I'm telling you right now. Wherever room I go to, the whole family will follow me. We have 3 little family rooms with TVs in them in my house, right? One was like a smaller room for the kids. We have a formal dining room, living room. We have another played living room. I could pick any one right now, take off my tie. Whatever room I sit in right now, my wife will eventually be in. My 3-year-old, 4-year-old will find me in. You see what I'm saying? And then my 10-year-old will walk in too. I've learned that the husband, the father, you are the nucleus. And I don't care. I'm not trying to be sexist. This is sexist. I'm not being sexist. I'm something that I found out. I didn't notice this until I became a dad, and I started realizing any room I go into, all my girls follow me. They all want to be around their dad. They instinctively want to be around me. Like, they want to be around the father. They don't want to be in a different room than me. They want to be in whatever room daddy's in. That means something. There's something to that. That the universe is speaking to you. It's telling you that you are the alpha one. Like, there's a reason. Lost my mom right after her birthday and Mother's Day 6 years ago. Devastated. I'm sorry to hear that. That's why he's successful right there, man. Amen. I don't have any parents left, brother. I know the feeling. God bless you, Johnny. We orphans, bro. We orphans, man. So, I mean, that's a signal I know that plays out many times. The 21 touching the flag and you break out. Now, you could look for the 5 minute to cross the 200 mate too. That's a go-to signal. We cross the 200 and the 5, we get a big, we're a little far away from the 21. I might wait for the pump, wait for the 21 to catch to the 5. That would be a safer trade later on today. So the aggressive entry is right now because the 1 minute is showing signs of a flag and you are crossing the 200 MA on the one, actually looks pretty sweet right there. I want to see, what am I risking? 230. Tiny trade, see? I'll risk like 30 for 60, 20 for 60. I just wanted to see if I drag that. Like, I'm gonna get better at this soon. I'm gonna know what level I want to be at. Like, that's the amount I like, or that's the amount I like, and then I'm gonna flip. But I just gotta love the BITUNIX movement there. See how quick I can execute the trade and then moving the stop loss. Like, that's fascinating, man. That's got to get implemented on weeks in MEXC. I mean, I don't know why not. It's fascinating. I gotta say, it is pretty cool. It's really cool, actually. And it shows, I love it. You can see all your little buys and sells. I bought, I sold, I bought, I sold. Yeah, I'm not trusting the smaller time frames that much anymore. So, all right, sorry about Cardano. I bought some. I want to see a bounce here. A bounce back up to at least 113, and then the measure move takes you to 131. All right. I'm so sorry. Crazy week on day one. Time frame. Yep. Weeks claims it was a bug that hit it, and everyone will be compensated. See? Weeks claims it was a bug, and everyone will be compensated. So don't worry, man. Every one of you will be compensated. I would never let them disrespect my lifers, brother. They've got to come to terms and pay you the right way. See that? See, well, every other YouTuber would have just ignored the situation, not read your stuff, acted like it didn't happen. I don't do that. I don't do that. I face the music every single time. I come to terms with it is what it is, and I don't run away from problems. I find out what's going on. All right? You can slide your stop loss on MEXC too. No, it's awesome. Yes, you can. But it doesn't create the stop loss for you initially. You have to make the stop loss. You get it? Like on MEXC, if I get into the trade immediately, look at that. I can't believe we're up 75 on that already. Amazing. Is the week's trade up too? Let's take a look here. 66. Wow. Yeah. So it's a good question too. Funny. Interesting. I got a funny question for my team now. Everybody, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I opened up the trade on the 4-hour time frame. I'll leave you with that and that 200 MA on the daily. And I'll keep you guys updated throughout the day. I'm in the trading group just like you guys are. I love being in the group. Sign up to BITUNIX if you'd like with the link. Go to CryptoLifer.com to find out more. We're making money every single day. I just taught people how to make $300 this morning using the 200 MA on the 1-minute time frame. So I love you all. God bless you all. Thank you so much. And I'll catch you tomorrow for another beautiful, amazing live stream. Remember, the secret to success is getting started. You got to get started. You got to push yourself. I know you're scared. I know you're worried. Throw those emotions away and just start moving. Motivation follows action. Take action today. There's got to be something you can take action today that will change your life. I took action when I started this channel. Look where I am today. Keep going, baby. I love you. Stay positive. Don't let this market get in your head. You're the best. I love you.